some short remarks from Peter Cafiero, who is the president of the Alumni Association and a generally really nice guy also. As are all of you for staying here so late, thank you. Like I said before, what we'd like to do for the breakout groups is to just have everybody go out. We have moderators, if they haven't left already, which I don't think they have because they were in this for the long haul. So if you'd be able to go out, the moderators will be at a table as you're walking out. If you could do some quick brainstorming, the moderators have some guided questions. We do need to let buildings and grounds, NAV kind of strike in here. So we're not going to be able to come back and recap, but we'll be sure to get the information out. I mean, we want to stay accountable to the community. We want the community to be accountable to us. Students, you keep us honest. We want you to keep keeping us honest. So, email me. Find me on the Commons or on Facebook or something and tell me what you think. I would really appreciate that. All right, I'll turn it over to Peter. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. First of all, there's a few people that I just want to reiterate thanks for this evening. First of all, Kerry Carnahan, who I never met before today. Who took this from an idea and nothing and turned it into an evening that I know even until today you weren't quite sure how it was going to turn out, but it all really came together, and I salute you and the others. A couple other people I just wanted to mention specifically from the Alumni Council, Rocco Cetera and Zena Diente, who really, I don't know where they are, who worked long hours on this and, in between their day jobs and everything else, managed to pull this, working with Kerry, and then Karina, who's been a big part of this as well. So I thank them. I wanted there's a couple of points I wanted to make before closing, and just sort of bring this back to grounding into something that's real. There's been a lot of sentiments, and I agree with everyone about the value of the free tuition, full scholarship, however you want to refer to it, that has created this environment here. But there is a reality, and that is that we are spending, at this point, $16, $17 million more per year than we have coming in as a school. That means just this evening, if you break it down, that's about $5,000, $6,000 went out the door while we were talking here that we're not getting back in. It doesn't matter what caused that. It doesn't matter who caused that. It does ultimately in terms of how we solve it, but right now is not the time to be blaming the past. Right now is the time to be looking forward to the future. So whatever you think about the loan or the building or any of that stuff, right now, if we want to keep this place going, we have to address this problem. The first thing is to save the problem. And the reality is, you can blame anybody you want, and you'll end up with either a closed school or a tuition charging school. What we have to do now is move beyond that. And so that's number one. Number two, excuse me. John. So we just spent a few more dollars out the door that we need to do something about, and we need to stop focusing on the past right now. There'll be time to figure out how we got here so we prevent it in the future, but right now, we and the president and the administration, the faculty, the staff, the students, the parents, all of us together need to be focusing on where we're going. The second part is that the alumni need to take a major role in that. And why us? Because nobody else is going to do that. The government, I work for a government agency, we're all broke, government's not going to bail us out. And quite frankly, I've talked to other people. I mean, most of the rest of the country, they're paying off their student loans. They are paying for their kids to go to college. They don't understand what's special about this place. We do, but now's our time to really put up or shut up on this issue. I hate to be blunt about it, but that's the reality. Again, it's not about blaming for the past. Some people have said, you know, we're in here because the alumni haven't given whatever. In the past, you know, it was a don't ask, don't tell sort of situation. The school didn't really ask and pretend that things were fine, and we didn't really ask, and we just assumed it was going to go on. It doesn't matter what the theoretical worth of some of the endowment is. We have a limited amount of endowment that can be spent to cover things. We, the alumni, need to step up. This school will have a lot more clout if 80% of the alumni give than if 80% of the alumni don't give, which is what the situation is this past year. I was inspired tonight by Che Perez, who said that at least that his goal of the students that he represents is for 100% of the students to contribute something. We all, we should be inspired by that. If the students are going to step up to the plate, there's 900 of them, there's in theory 12,000 alumni. We certainly can leverage a lot more. We're out there. We have a huge benefit from this school in terms of our careers. Again, not everybody, we're not millionaires. We're all over the economic spectrum, but we can all contribute something to this school, and we all should be. Basically, and I heard a previous speaker talking about it, as an investment in the future, however you want to view it. If you want to view it as paying it forward, somebody paid my education here. Peter Cooper was a huge part of that, but there were others before me. I've been trying to pay back to this school financially as I can, and I ask every one of us to work with every one of our friends, fellow alumni, people we went to school with, reach out to them and urge them that now is the time that we have to step up to show the rest of the world. We're not going to solve it completely on our own, but if we don't get a huge percentage of alumni contributing financially this year, we're not going to be able to expect anyone else to do that for us. Thank you.